Hello, I'm back. I told you I was gonna be lighting y'all's notifications up this week. So got a ton of this stuff to do before I go to the hospital on Friday. So I'm just bringing y'all along, just bringing you along. So I there should be a video uploading soon about earlier this morning, some things that we're doing. But we had started we had started. Look at there, more seedlings in there. They're just popping up in this soil. Someone dug these up from their garden. They were like, I have tons of sun gold tomatoes. And I'm like, good, because they're Little Big Girl Farmer's favorite. And there are tons of them. We loved them last year. And so, yeah, these little seedlings are just popping up everywhere in this soil from her garden. So I'm going to take these out.
I mean, Starburst.
And I'm going to pot these in something else.
I mean, the Starburst, guys.
Okay. Eating Starburst. Got it.
Love them.
So, but the question is, can you winter sow herbs? And the answer is, yeah, you can. And this is a whole container full of, or not a whole container, it was half. So it's split between the Lola pepper seeds and lemon basil. And it worked great. So, note to self, from now on, no matter what, winter sow all herbs. Note to self, winter sow all herbs, Letitia, no matter what happens, because I have direct sowed seeds. They did not come up. My greenhouse is not heated, but it did fairly well. I mean, like, this is my first year with the greenhouse, so, and not growing everything in my basement. And so I'm very, very pleased with, even though it was unheated, what the results have been. However, with the unheated greenhouse, growth is just very, very slow. So, like, I may have to start, because last year, typically I start, let me back up. Typically I start all my plants. I'm in zone 6B, 7A, and I start all of my plants in February, most of them. But this year I was like, oh, I'm always babying them so much. So let me start them in May and be cool. What you looking for?
I'm looking for peppers.
Which ones?
The anillo and
Anillo.
the Jimmy Nords.
Ancho. Still. Right here is the anchos.
Okay.
These were, I'm kind of, those are being hardened off. They need to be watered too. Right here. This row.
Yep.
But yeah, if you could in that can. I need to water everything that I'm doing.
Sure.
But I water them, just if you can grab a can for me.
Okay. Yep.
And what'd you say? Ancho and what?
Ancho, Jimmy Nord.
Nardellas are in the greenhouse.
In the greenhouse. I will
yes.
look again.
And there's just one cup.
Okay.
In the whole tray of 10 or so.
Okay.
That is labeled. So that's how I knew it was Jimmy Nard. Yeah. So yeah, I typically that's one of my volunteers, and she's become a really, like, incredible resource because she works for the extension office here locally. So if you have a local extension office, you need to know your people, okay? Because there's tons of free information, and they even do here they do seed giveaways, they do plant giveaways, they do all kinds soil testing, like all kinds of stuff. So check out your local extension offices. But I'm also I do some policy stuff with her as well in relation to urban ag in the city. And she's been here. She'll be here for, like, let's see, almost 4 hours today helping me out. So I'm so great. Y'all just don't understand. My volunteers are better than y'all's volunteers. They are some dope people. Like, I'm just like dope, just people in real life. Like, their hearts are just incredible. And but the amount of support, these, I didn't know these people from Adam. Met them last June or July. Well, I met Bethany before I met everybody else, I think. because I had attended some of those free events that the extension office was putting on. They did like little workshops and things like that. So I had met her before, but everybody else that's come out of there, out of the Urban Ag Coalition here, I'm just meeting, but and just met like June, July of last year. But they have been so supportive and just a wealth of information and resources. So y'all hook up with your communities, your local extension offices, especially. Y'all can just meet a lot of cool people, a lot of cool people. Um, but so I usually say, hey, somebody said, what's up? Sorry. Kawaja. Hi, how are you? Hello. I'm doing great. I hope that you're doing well. It's a beautiful day. I'm wearing the mask partly because I have allergies. Even it rained earlier this morning, like thunderstorm, lightning. But it's gone, and hopefully it'll stay away for the rest of the day so we can get some work done out here. And sometimes it's not too bad, too windy. I will work on the front porch. This is my little setup. It looks a mess, y'all, but this is my front porch right now. Just absolutely covered in soil, cups, crops. But I'll work on the front porch even if it's raining. I just wear a mask, so it'll help with my allergies a bit. But I do have people, other people here volunteering. So anyway, I usually start my plants in February. Up until this year, I started in May or March. But what I won't do is do that again next year if my greenhouse is still unheated. It needs that extra time. The seeds won't germinate regardless if the temperatures at night are below 50 degrees for warm weather crops. But all my lettuces, kale, brassicas, broccoli, cauliflower, those type of crops, Swiss chard, all that stuff, I can get an earlier head start on that too, because they actually suffered too, even though they're cold crops or cold weather crops that can handle cold. We still had a lot of nights that were freezing temperatures and things like that. So anyway, it's just figuring out the greenhouse. It's unheated. The only way I can heat my greenhouse that I know of is by solar energy here, because I have no electrical outlets on the outside of my house. We've been here for almost a decade and we have never found one. So solar seems to be the only way I can. Hey, how you doing, Seed Addicts? What's up? Thank you, Kawaja. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Thank you so much. But I'm hoping that I can get the greenhouse heated, because it just makes a tons difference. And if it's powered by solar heaters, that would be incredible as well. But I'm working on my front porch, up potting all of my winter sowing stuff, separating and potting up. So I showed you all how to do that in the last live, and we're going to do some of that today, or again. I don't know what that is. But the question is, can you winter sow herbs? And yes, you can winter sow herbs. And from now on, I'm going to winter sow all of my herbs. Before I do anything else, because direct sowing outside, some are doing fine now that the weather has warmed up. But I think if I can get them in these containers, because the winter sowing containers are just plastic containers, y'all see these milk jugs, water containers. These are all water, distilled water. I buy a lot of distilled water from the store, and so it creates like this greenhouse effect, right? And so I think I'm definitely going to do that from now on. Yeah, I'm gonna do that from now on. So I am trying to separate all of the basil seedlings. This is lemon basil, and then we're going to up pot them. I don't know if I'm going to do them today or tomorrow, because the plants are still pretty small, and I wanted some pots like, the 4-inch pots. I'm out of everything, so I'm just using solo cups to get these tomato plants up potted, and they all need to be watered. But these are sun-go tomatoes. I did winter sow them last year and they worked out really well. These are from somebody's garden Seeds just drop. They let a lot of fruit fall, and so seeds are just popping up. Seedlings are popping up everywhere. So I got some more soil here, and so I've just been separating these guys and potting them up as well. So yeah, is there two? Is that two? No, that's one. Okay. So I'm just doing a little potting up and talk about some other things. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. Let's see. Great idea. Bugs are already eating my basil. Come on. I mean, you just can't get a break sometimes, can you? I'm trying really hard to work with nature and embrace just like that. That's just what they're designed to do, right? Bugs and critters and animals are designed to eat and eat a lot of stuff that we may not want them to eat. But uh, that's just what they're designed to do. I'm trying to embrace that, y'all. Like, really, really trying to embrace that. So I'm instead of planting these little seedlings that have come up into individual solo cups, I'm just gonna put them all in this solo cup, and when they get bigger, I'll split them. Okay, just for the sake of saving some space because I don't have a lot of potting pots right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. You can always split them later. Okay. Karina, you wearing your mask? You have your mask on?
Did you say?
Okay, I just check and make sure you had your mask on. Okay, you're fine.
I want to play out the park.
You do.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, we can't go there now. Mommy's working. Okay, so I got all those in there. See? And just water them in, and then when they get bigger, I'll just split them. Okay, but just saving space, saving cups, resources. Um. Oh, and then make sure they're labeled. Okay, good. I have them labeled. Okay, so the basil, I need to up pot these, but I don't have a lot of pots. And I'm getting some. I have Miss Bethany helping me, um, and she decided to plant out some of my garden. So that's kind of dope, ain't it? So when she does that, she brings me the cups, and I just reuse them. Just reuse them. Oh. Okay, so let's pick some basil. So here's just a review. What I did earlier. This is how I get. You can use a spoon to get them out. Whatever. I'm using my hand. Oh my gosh, and I just barely touched it, and you could just smell that lemon. Oh, it smells so good. So I'm gonna take my finger, maybe to work it down in the soil just a bit. Push them up. You're gonna feel the roots kind of pop and break, okay? Because you are breaking it away from the soil. And then, so I have 2 plants here, and I'm just gonna separate them like this. Okay, and they're a little bit easier when the soil is wet. They'll break away a little bit better for you, or easier for you. And then we need to make sure we relabel these cups, okay? Because they don't have a yellow stuff or pepper in there anymore. I have these are going to be lemon basil. So I'm going to mark this out. All right, lemon basil. Okay, so I got at least enough space right now for 2 plants. Pop them in. I just stick my finger down, take the seedling, place it in there, push it down, push soil down around it, and that's it. And then water them in. Alright, perfect. Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
So those, did I tell you about those
They look a
right
little-
there?
Yeah,
Burnt
yeah.
up, don't they?
Yeah.
So I used this seedling fertilizer, my first time ever using it. Followed the directions, burnt them up. So I'm trying to see if they'll just, because they don't look dead, they just
No.
look burnt up, don't they?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see.
I'm wondering if it's the little pod.
I
more than the
don't think
fertilizer. You don't
think
think
so. I really don't.
Okay.
But I might be wrong. I've used those before. They're not my favorite. My
Sure.
mom swears by them though. She loves them.
Good
But
for her.
yeah. But I don't really like them. But I don't know. I'm trying to hang on to them. I might just let them go though. I don't know. Bless their
I
hearts.
mean, you could stick them in the ground like all the way up to here.
Yeah. But I don't.
You know.
They look so pitiful. They look pitiful, Bethany.
You know it happens.
Yeah, it happens. I learned, so I'm not gonna do that no more. Those are all y'all's too. Those are red cherries.
Nice.
They're just now popping out.
Alright. Here are some more cups.
Okay. Do you see any more of those? You see those?
The black trays?
Yeah.
I will look.
Not these, not the 10 by 20s,
Uh-huh.
but the ones maybe because I know I don't have those.
The 6 cell or the 4 cell?
No, look. You see the ones that the cups are sitting in?
Oh.
Do you see any more?
I will go.
If they would be up against the house on
Okay.
the wood, not the purple bench, but the wood one that's
Okay.
not painted.
Yeah.
That's why I thought I put them
Okay.
on the second shelf in. I don't know.
Yeah. I will look.
See if you see them for me, please. I need to get up and walk. I don't know why I'm. That's what we get to be. I'm getting stiff. Okay. So, uh-oh. I think I gotta sneeze. Oh, when you think you have to sneeze. Oh. Okay. So, anywho, these are dry as powder. Lord have mercy. These little sun-go tomatoes need to be watered. Okay. So I'm trying to find some more trays. I'm out of trays. I'm out of pots, y'all. This is crazy. But let's see. What else was I was gonna bring something else up. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm coming to the chat. Here we go. Hey, okay, I said hey. Great. Okay, Basil. Yep. Good afternoon. Good to catch your live stream. Hey, Miss Betty. Hi. I don't think we've met, so thank you so much for coming or stopping by. Seed addicts, we are too, but nature just ate all of our ripe. Come on. You just reminded me. I need to get her to plant them strawberries. I'd rather her do that than the volunteers because sometimes they can be tricky. Not nibbles. They ate all of them. Even the cayenne pepper. Oh. So do you think those were, because usually the cayenne pepper works. If you sprinkle a little bit on them or around the plants, that usually keeps the critters away. I know, rabbits and stuff, they don't like them. So it might be them slugs. I don't know. Dang, I'm sorry that happened. Gonna build a cage now. So that's what I'm trying to determine, whether or not I want to do that too. Bethany,
Yes, ma'am.
I would, if you have time, and after you take a break. Have you taken a break?
I'm drinking water.
Okay, well, I know y'all know what to do, but sometimes I'm like, I have to remind people. I have to remind myself. The strawberries. I want to plant at least 10 of them
Okay.
somewhere, and maybe you can help me decide where. There's a bed in the backyard
Okay.
closest to the fence, all the way down. Like, so if you're going through the fence, all the way back.
Okay.
And it may have like a collard plant or two in it because seeds just keep sprouting because
Sure.
I had collard there last year. And I think I might want them there. I just know we need to. I got somebody bringing me some compost tomorrow, and so that's the other thing. Well, maybe I should wait because strawberries are a little tricky, and I don't think I want volunteers to plant those. Um, not being here to explain
Right,
the crown and
Yeah.
all of that. I don't know. Maybe you can help me decide.
Yeah.
But that bed or
Okay.
one of these beds out here.
Okay.
And I was even thinking maybe next to the shed. But the only thing wrong with the shed is that's a no-till bed, and all those weeds. You see me? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so.
The strawberries actually might do okay in the no-till area because they're a perennial. Because once I put mine in, I just weed and thin. I don't.
Okay.
I do nothing else. Like weed, thin, and mulch. That's all I do to my strawberries these days.
Okay. Oh, that's on my list. I get the volunteers to do that. I got like 3 bags of leaves, and I'm gonna get them to mulch everything. Okay. But you know what I mean, the big group of volunteers.
Yep.
Okay. Well, just think about it and tell me or tell me where you think where else would be a good idea. I don't want to put them in containers this year. I've always used containers, and I'm tired of that. They don't do well.
Well,
for me.
So with strawberries, I think about them as something, right? They're perennials. If you want to treat them as such, and you want to give them room to spread. Because what they'll do is the ones you grow this year will fruit next year, but all the runners are what you're going to eat. So I like to save myself work by giving them enough area to spread out so that I can go through and thin the old plants out as I go. And then just kind of make space for the new ones.
Yeah.
So I was kind of looking at this in-ground space up front as a possibly good area. We could drop them in there under the peppers and the tomatoes that are in there right now.
You put peppers and tomatoes in there?
I did.
Okay.
I can dig them up.
Well, no, not necessarily. What'd you put in the tires? You put anything in the tires?
Anything in the tires.
Okay, I think I'm gonna put okra in there, and then like shade them out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing.
You won't, because the okra's on the north side. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I know. I mean, in your experience, the strawberries, they do okay in filtered sunlight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they'll be totally fine there.
Okay.
And then you'll pull those tomatoes and peppers out at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and the strawberries will just fill them in.
All right.
That'd be one thought.
Or indoor, we can do multiple spaces. It doesn't matter. I just wanted at least 10 in the ground today.
Okay.
And I do have some people asking for berry plants, so I don't want to plant all of them.
Sure.
But okay. Well, let's try that and see.
Okay. You want me to stick it in?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Well, did y'all hear that? Learn a little bit. Let's see. Hey, Growing with Donnie. I love how you're talking to each other. Oh, so Kawaja's gone. Okay, bye. Ta-da! Hey, you look great again today. Thank you, Ta-da. I think it was moles that ate the strawberries. We would put them on the table and put a cage around the top. You might be right. Oh, they're in containers and stacking pots. The strawberries in the stacking pots? That don't make sense. That a mole would do it. I don't think. I mean, if you got big old holes in the ground next to the plants, then that you know, you might be right. I hate that. I'm sorry that happened. It does take a little bit. It stings a little bit, don't it? When the okay, they're on the ground. Okay, well maybe I'm you know, it stings a little bit when you do all that work and then you know something else eats your stuff. Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. Well, shoot. Tada, what you doing? You supposed to be working, I thought. I'm glad you're here though. I miss you. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. I really need to pot up the rest of these lemon basil plants because they in here thick, y'all. There's like how many? Let's see, and they're only on one side of the container. And there's one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 plants that I counted. 20 plants that I counted that are in this pot. Half of the container. 20 plants. So yeah. Isn't that something? So I think I'm just gonna use what I got, and this isn't. I mean, they'll outgrow these, but I'm just gonna put them in here. And no, I'm not selling them by the 6-pack unless somebody wants to buy them that way. But I don't typically sell peppers or basil by the 6-pack. But I'm gonna put them in there today just so I can get them out of here. I don't have to. I don't have to do that. You know what? I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I lied. I'm just gonna leave them until I get the pots to put them in. Because they're not, listen, look, they're not outgrowing the container. I can leave them off. I can leave the top open, or I can close it. Okay, I'll probably close it when I go in the house because the temperatures are going to drop a little bit. I'm sorry, not tonight, but tomorrow. So tomorrow I might just leave it off. Heck, they're in the shade because remember when you first open your containers, you want to put your plants in the shade because they are from the winter sowing. They are going to go through a little bit of shock. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Well, now I need stuff to plant, so I need to move all these sun golds over to this other table so I can clear my space. And then we're gonna plant some more seeds because we never stop. We never stop. Isn't that a beautiful sun gold tomato plant? Gorgeous. These guys need to be watered. Oh, let me stand up and show y'all my bump. Ooh. I'm running out of room. Space.
Thank you.
How long have you been with Extension?
5 years.
5 years? What do you love about it?
I really love meeting all the people.
Meeting all people.
Yeah, I get to meet so many different people.
What do you mean by different?
Like I would have never met any or had good connections with the Nepali or the Somali community here in Louisville. You know, it just wouldn't happen.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I'm down for meeting all kinds of new people.
Yeah.
Different people from different backgrounds, cultures.
So here's a strawberry question for you.
Okay.
How much do you want other people to pick your strawberries?
I don't mind.
Okay, because out here, people are going to pick them. If they're up against the fence in the back, no one's going to pick them except for you.
Yeah, I think, like I said, if you think that bed is cool, we can put them there. And then when I get to compost, I can just put around I can tell the volunteers to put them around the plants.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to tuck them in.
Yeah.
We're nice and snug.
Yeah. My fear with the bed in the back is that your strawberries are going to outgrow them like immediately. And then you're going to be mad at them because they're like going to be coming into the walkway and all the mulch areas.
Mm-hmm. And they will grow in the mulch.
Yes, they will.
The wood mulch.
Yes,
there's wood mulch everywhere in the backyard.
Strawberries will grow once they are happy. They will carry forth.
Yes, ma'am.
They have become a weed in my garden.
Yeah.
Like that is just where
weeds.
they are. They have strawberry weeds. I literally put some in the compost yesterday because they had moved they were like 30 feet away from my strawberry patch.
Oh wow.
It was just like, you guys, you got to get out. Like
yeah.
So like. Once they're happy, they will multiply.
Yeah. And I was trying to get somebody to make these bed like a elevated raised bed, so I wouldn't have to reach down, and pick them. But the guy, like, it's twice already. 2 people already have not come through with that. So I'm just like, but they need to be planted out. Like, I need to get them out of those pots.
Yeah, you got one that's got a 50% red berry on it. So
really?
Yeah.
That's already got a berry on it?
Yeah.
Well, that's neat.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I wanted to get, I need to either get them sold or in the ground. So, or give my mama's coming, so she's going to take some back. But just trying to get people over here. So if y'all local, come on over here. Y'all just email me. Just email me so I know when you're coming by, and so we can get your stuff together. You order. And then, yeah, because I got to move these plants out of here. I don't need them no more. They're for y'all, okay? So I'm gonna hit these 6 cells and sow some more seeds. Now I'm gonna sow some more greens, but what I'm doing is in Zone 7A in Kentucky. Specifically, we have almost no spring sometimes, most of the time. And so greens are really interesting to grow here. You can grow them. You just have to do a few extra things to do it sometimes. But I'm going to sow more of the heat tolerant greens too. So what I found in my garden the past several years is that Paris Cost lettuce, Swiss chard, kale, specifically dino kale, is the only kale I've grown up into this year. Now I have like 3 different varieties. And let's see, Paris Cost, Swiss, and dino kale. Felt like there was one more green that does really well if the plant is a good size and well established. Look at there. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, that needs to go in the ground like ASAP, doesn't it? And we can move some of that straw. Like, you see how there's bigger chunks of straw right there? There. We can put that around too. But yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Man, all those berries on that one plant.
I know. They're happy in these little pots.
And I had a volunteer help me pot those up. So shout out to Erica, because she did an amazing job helping me with those. But yeah, those 3 greens, and I felt like there was a 4th one, but those 3 definitely do really well in warm weather. And so I planted them at the time. They were in partial shade. They might have got about 6 hours of sunlight a day, and they were in my backyard. But now that my neighbors have moved those trees, they cut down those trees, you know, I may have to, that area gets a lot of full sun. But I'm going to try it again this year. I'm gonna try it again this year. And who's Johnny? Johnny's, I'll make you one. I'll come over. Who? Go make me what? You gonna make me a elevated raised bed? Who are you, Johnny? Do I know who you are? Well, email me at barefootgardening@gmail.com. BEAR fruit gardening, just like the channel name, at gmail.com, and maybe we can work something out, because I mean, I would love that. Thank you for offering. Hi, woo, Charm. See, Charm. Chi, I'm not gonna butcher your name. I'm sorry. Uh-oh, there's Daddy. Little big girl farmer. Where are you?
She is making soup.
She's making soup.
Yeah.
Okay, weed soup. Is that what she's making?
Weed and bug and stick and
Oh gosh, there's Daddy.
all kinds of soup.
I get excited when Daddy get home. Hello. Joe, that's Bethany. Joseph, that's Bethany. Bethany, that's Joseph. And let's see. Hi, this is my first time kitchen. Well, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, girl. I found you from Diva Jones, my girl. Yeah, yeah. She's so dope. I love her. Yeah, she's cool. So if y'all don't know Diva, check her out. Check her out. Diva Jones 03. But yeah, okay, Johnny, I'm trying to still figure out who you are. But I found that those three greens do really well. Red Russian kale also does pretty good in warm weather, but those plants have to be established, and I think they do thrive though when they're in partial shade. Okay, so we have red Russian kale, we have dino kale, we have Swiss chard and Paris Cost lettuce. Those things do really good. I'm gonna sow some Swiss chard today. Hey, I told him I get excited when Daddy come home.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
That means Daddy got stuff to do.
Not true.
Yep, there's a list.
It's not true, not all the time. Other than feeding me, if he could just feed me, you know, I'm cool. I'm cool. Matter of fact, it's about time for a snack now. All of my kale loves the shade. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Partial shade is cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna plant some more Swiss chard today, because I feel like we need to get that done. And I wish I had. The only thing about sales is if you don't have those bottom trays, it's a pain moving these. So I'm not gonna do too many, because I'm out of those trays. But I am gonna do a bit. And the reason why the Swiss chard seeds are a little bit bigger than like lettuce seeds. So but I'm gonna plant a few and I'm gonna show you. For beginner gardeners who haven't seen it before, let me show you. And I even got a label because I have some that didn't do too well. So and all I have right this year, I thought I had the regular Swiss chard, but I have the bright lights or rainbow Swiss chard. But let me show you what the seeds look like. Whoop. Okay, can y'all see that? So I'm just gonna put, usually I put 2. Break the soil up just a little bit. Usually I put 2 seeds in a pot, but I'm just gonna do 1 today. Depending on how big some of them are. That one just kind of fell in. No, I'm gonna do 2. Let's do 2. Stick with something. Stick with something. Let's do 2. Oh, I said I was gonna show y'all. Ha! So these seeds are a little bit bigger. So I sowed them just a bit deeper than I would a lettuce seed or a tomato seed. Okay. Can y'all see that? Okay. So I'm gonna drop one and drop two. Let me drop one over here. I don't know how well y'all can see, but I'm just gonna push it down enough to cover up just like a bit, not even a quarter of an inch, and then put the soil on top. Okay. So the bigger the seed, the deeper you plant it. You don't have to go all the way down, just a quarter. You know, I wouldn't go past your finger notch right there with pretty much any seed. Okay. But don't be too like anxious about planting. Just plant it. Just put it in the ground. Just put it in the ground. Thank you for doing that.
No problem.
The basil should have got watered earlier with all that rain we got. That the bed behind you is basil. I planted volunteer planted all basil seeds right there.
Cool.
What did you say?
These things dry out so fast.
They do. It don't take but a minute. It don't take but a minute. Yeah, there was some coming up. I saw some coming up already.
Yeah, they planted some holy basil.
No, they reseed itself every year.
Okay.
So there's purple and
Okay.
sweet.
Yep, I definitely see the purple.
Okay. But that's it. It's that simple, y'all. We're done with that one. I need to get another cell. 1 second. Let me get another cell. Ugh. Ooh. Excuse me, y'all. These are broken apart. The little girl finally did that. She thought she was doing something real cool. And she broke them apart. That's alright. I'm just going to use them to plant more seeds. Plant more seeds. What else was I going to say? Heat tolerant greens. Herbs. If y'all didn't catch at the beginning of the video, I talked about You Winter Sow Herbs, and I showed you the results of that, which I'm very pleased with. You can even put your seeds on top of the soil like this, like I'm doing in this pot or in these cells here, and then put you some soil over top of it and press it down. That's another way you can plant. So I'm just laying my seeds on top of the soil. I guess I could do it this way, maybe. Sure. So all my seeds, and then I'm just gonna press the seed down in the soil. Sure, just get a little bit, and then top it off. You could do it that way if you want to. Done. You see how easy that is? And then I'm stacking these because there's no sprouts yet.
Can you do a little taste test for me?
Oh, a taste test. What did you make? Soup. Out of what?
Oh, super.
Let's see your soup.
This is what it looks like.
Sit it right there. Let's see the soup that she makes that she wants me to taste test. Oh.
It's dirt. There's dirt.
And it's dirt.
Yeah.
That's it? That's all that's in it? I see pieces of something.
That's weed.
Okay, so dirt and weed soup.
No, and flowers.
Dirt, weed, and flower soup. And you want me to taste that?
And even more rocks.
Okay.
Turn the log around.
Oh, what did you do?
nothing. I just. Yeah.
Something happened to the.
Here, have a taste test.
I don't know. Did it get darker, y'all? Because it looks dark to me.
I'll put this in the bowl. I'll put this in the bowl, Mom. Here you go. Here you go, Mommy.
Hold on, baby. I'm trying to fix. Wait a minute, y'all. Because this looks really dark to me all of a sudden.
Because probably we're in the shade.
Let's see. How are your new fruit trees doing? I watched the replay of you opening them. They're great. I'll show you. I'll show you now. It might buffer a little bit. Actually, let me do a video so it doesn't buffer. And I'll do that. Okay? I'll let y'all see. But okay, let me taste her soup real quick. Can y'all still see me? Because I feel like it looks like the screen looks a little dark. Maybe it's just because of where we are.
Is it tasty? Is it tasty, Mommy?
Yes. Dirt and weed soup. Delicious.
And rocks.
And rocks. Thank you for sharing. It's delicious, baby.
I'll put this.
It looks fine to you? Okay, okay. Maybe it's just the way the sun is right now. So I just put these seeds in here. And you can do more than 2 if you want. The smaller the seeds are. Like with lettuce, you can kind of see the lettuce seeds, but your brassicas, like your cauliflower and your broccolis and things like that, kale seeds, collards, they're little round seeds, and it gets really difficult trying to count those that are trying to plant those sometimes, or using your fingers to plant those. Sometimes you just have to let a couple roll off your fingers, you know. So anyway, I covered those up. Just pressing them in. I'm gonna stack them there. Do I have another? Yep, I have another Swiss chard label. I'm just gonna put it in there. I'm gonna see 2 more Swiss chard, and then I'm gonna be done with Swiss for a little bit. I'm not, the soil that I'm using, I don't know if y'all could tell. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can't see. I can't see, but if y'all can see me, I'm cool. It looks clear. Okay. Has these like pieces of bark in them, because this soil, it says on the bag, for in-ground use. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with this. This stuff will break down over time, but I'm using it to seed. So some people are like, ooh, that's a big no-no. But listen, that's what I got. And so I'm going to use what I got. But what I did was add perlite. Perlite is that white ball stuff that you see in your potting mixes. I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. And so I just use what I got. I just added some perlite. And that's what I'm using to plant right now. Plant seeds, because that's what I got. Okay. Now I didn't do that for all my nursery plants, but right now this is all I got. Plus, I went to one of these big box stores that starts with an L, and found some bags that had holes in them. And guess what? I got them half off. Okay. Tip. Yeah, I got them half off, y'all. So where I would have spent 30 or 40 bucks, only spent $12 and some change. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just little tip. But you gotta tell the cashier, hey, these bags got holes in them. Okay? Because they might not catch it they just scan bags, right? They don't really pay attention. So you need to remind them. Okay? Just bring it up. These bags got holes in them. Okay? And my husband didn't have to do too much work. Well, the last time we went, they already had bags bagged up. But people go to the store and they just look over those bags. They don't want them bags. They want the bags that are, that ain't bagged up. And I'm like, woo, y'all missing out. Y'all missing out on a treat. Y'all missing out on the treat. Y'all want to pay full price or half price. My mama told me, Letitia, you are a very smart young lady. So, but it's still your choice. Still your choice. Okay, I ran out of seeds, so I'm going to have to get a little bit more seeds. Okay, so I got those seeded. My neighbor's out today. Everybody's out enjoying this weather. Is it sunshiny where y'all are? Did y'all get some rain today? We got some this morning. Thunderstorms this morning. My mama down in her area, they are flooded. So she couldn't even go to work this morning. Okay, and then of course, anytime you plant seeds, y'all want to water everything in. Okay, you want to water everything in. Okay, well, cloudy and cool in 5A. Okay, 5A, Illinois. It's sunny where we are in San Diego. Hello. Cool. Well, let me come back at y'all. I will be back at y'all probably later. And I will do a fruit tree video. I won't probably be live. I'll just walk around and do the fruit tree video so y'all can see how the fruit trees are doing that I got from Stark Brothers. So far, so good. So I'll do a video of that. And then my help is about to leave very, very soon. So, and then I need to get a snack because it's time to take some more medicine and the baby's kicking me. So thank y'all so much for